Hey everybody, happy Taco Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about how important it is to get pre-approved before you start looking at properties. So last night I had a buyer email me that wanted to go look at a property. So in conversation, I asked him if he's already been pre-approved or if he needed some assistance with that. And he told me that he hasn't been pre-approved yet, that him and his wife are just starting the process out and they wanted to just look at some properties first. And this is a lot of times where buyers make the mistake, and real estate agents need to step in and educate the buyers. They're not first-time home buyers, they've purchased before, so maybe the other agents just didn't take the time to educate them. So there's several reasons it's important to get pre-approved before you start looking at properties. It's not like buying a car. You don't get to just walk in, take a look at the different cars and the different features and decide which one you like and then go get the financing, because getting financing for a home takes a lot more effort. There's a lot more documents, there's a lot more requirements for this. So say I took said buyer to look at a property and another agent took a buyer to look at the same property, and they both love the home. They both want to submit an offer. So the other agent writes an offer and she sends over a pre-approval with her offer. And I write an offer for my buyer and send it over. And the listing agent will call me and say, hey, do you have a pre-approval for your buyer? And I say, no, I don't, but don't worry. He told me he makes great money and he has good credit, so I'm not concerned about it. If you were the seller of that property, which offer do you think you're going to take? One who has a buyer who's already been pre-approved and screened and they know that they can purchase the home, or the one that's going to take that I just say, oh, take my word for it, they make the money? You're going to take the one with the pre-approval. So that's one of the reasons that you need to do it. Second is, I get a lot of times people who say, I'm not concerned about it, I make good money and I have great credit. But the issue is you also have to have a certain debt to income ratio. So I could take you to look at a property and you write an offer, and then I send you over to one of my preferred lenders and they say, yes, Jenna, he does make great credit or make good money and has great credit, but his debt to income ratio is through the roof. So no, you can't qualify. So there's a lot of different factors that could keep you from buying that buyers just don't realize. So, and the other reason that we want to make sure you're pre-approved is obviously to make sure that you can afford to, that you can qualify to get the loan, but also make sure you're looking at homes in price ranges that you can afford. A lot of times people get qualified for more than they want. So say somebody gets qualified for $300,000, but they're like, no, Jenna, we only want our monthly payment to be $1,300. Then we need to talk to the lender and find out exactly what price range we need to be looking in order to keep that monthly payment at $1,300 where it needs to be. Because if I'm showing you properties at $300,000, your monthly payment is not going to be $1,300, and then we're going to waste all this time looking at properties. So getting pre-approved saves you, the buyer, time, making sure we're looking at properties that are within your buying power, helps the seller out, saving them time from leaving their property to allow it to be shown to a buyer that can't qualify. And of course, saves your real estate agent time too, so that they're not showing you properties that you can't afford or that you can't qualify for. So the most important thing to do before starting your home search is to get pre-qualified. I have some wonderful lender partners that I work with. So if you're thinking about buying a home in the next few months or even down the road, get in contact with me. I'd love to sit down and chat with you and kind of get a game plan going and a process started. So happy Taco Tuesday. Thanks for letting me talk about getting pre-approved, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week.